You are listening to Fox Radio 910 and 104.3. I want to welcome you to Let's Talk About, our weekly radio program sponsored by Crowning Touch Senior Moving Services of Roanoke, Virginia. My name is Linda Balentine, the president of Crowning Touch and your host for this series. I interview local characters, service providers, politicians, teachers, entrepreneurs, and business professionals, and each one is dedicated to improving life in our valley. Every person has an interesting perspective to share from all walks of life. So, let's begin today's interview. I thought I would start by introducing two senior move managers that work at Crowning Touch, have worked for years. They are the most marvelous packing, unpacking, consulting, strategizing team of any other company, moving company here in Roanoke. And I wanted to introduce them to you because they're going to share with you what is different about a senior move and what we do as a company to hold the hand of all of our seniors and love all over them when they're moving. So I'm introducing today, this is Pam Reed. And
Good morning.
And Selena St. Clair.
Good morning.
All righty. So you ladies are going to share with us. I know how special you are, and our clients know how special you are. I want the listening public who don't know you and who have never tried the services of Crowning Touch to come to understand what we do. So what the heck do you do? Pam, why don't you lead out and tell us what, when you start your day at Crowning Touch, you both pitch in, but, give me a typical day. Let's kick that off that way of what happens. Well, you drive a truck.
Okay. So we start off going into the office, getting the client's folder, reviewing it, getting familiar with the job. Then we'll go and get our truck ready, consult with Liz, our estimator. Then we'll get in the truck, call the client, let them know we're on our way, and...
Well, what's in the truck? I mean, you're driving a 15-foot pack truck. What the heck is in there?
Nothing short of everything. We even carry sandwich baggies for packs, electrical cords, to be honest, for clients. And so packing materials...
fans, step ladders, you've got everything to deal with any circumstance when you get to the house, right?
Absolutely.
All righty. So then you show up. Now you go locally, but you've driven out of town. You've driven to North Carolina. We've gone to Florida. You go to Lexington on a regular basis. You go to Blacksburg. You go out to the lake all the time. So, an average pack is within an hour of here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so they're expecting you. They know you're coming. And so you walk in the door, and then what do you do? Then you're faced with this, and you go into 5,000 square foot houses and 900 square foot one-bedroom apartments.
Well, we go in and introduce ourselves, right. And depending on the look of the client's face, whether they need a hug or a handshake. So we'll get familiar with the client, and then we do what we call a walkthrough. And we carry codes, we carry dots, different colored dots with us, and that depends on where the contents will be going, whether to children or the new facility or new house.
Some of it we can sign, right? So we have, those are green dots, for instance. You put green dots on anything that they want to sell.
Yes. Green dots indicate us. We familiarize the client with our coding system, and so they're familiar if we leave and they realize, oh, well, we need to consign this or we've changed this. And then we do a walk through the house,
right?
Dot everything and make sure the client's comfortable with everything. And we sum up what supplies we need to bring in and go to the truck. And
start
with our materials and pick a safe spot for out of the way of the client, depending on the job, whether they need steel full access to the kitchen, we'll move to a different area of the house. Or,
we generally do the bedrooms and kitchens last, right? You'll go into some area that they aren't using first, because some of our packs last for several days.
Yes.
These big houses take days to pack.
Yes. Just depends on, every job is different, we found. We have to ensure the client's safety with our materials, make sure they have plenty of room to walk through areas, station, organize things to where they can move around, especially if they have walkers or wheelchairs.
Right. So we're looking out for them from the moment you walk into that house.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
And we do have a co-ed team, right, Pam?
Yes.
It's not sometimes, we have men to come do the marble tops and the great big oversized pieces of art, right?
TVs.
But
Yes.
lots of moving companies, most moving companies do not have women packing. So what do you think the woman's intuition and instincts and God's gift to women brings to a job when you walk in on a pack? What do you do that makes it special?
Well, when we walk in and we can see that customer's face, we know that they're either worried, and it's a very stressful time.
Right.
So we're there to make it as easy on them and stress-free. We're there to make it easy on them.
Right. I gotcha. And I know they appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. They do.
Because I would much rather have a woman come on in and stand in my kitchen with me and help me decide how many cookie sheets. I mean, a lot of some of the news you deliver is not welcome.
No.
I mean, they don't want, first of all, most people don't even want to be leaving home. So that, they're off on the wrong foot to begin with. And you walk in with good attitudes and happy, easygoing banter and help walk them through it. And you talk them through it. When you're in the kitchen and they've got all these beautiful casserole dishes and wonderful pieces of cookware, and all of a sudden you know they're going to a retirement community without the same number of cabinets. It's much better as a woman to be able to counsel with them as to what they really need and what they can leave behind.
I think they're more comfortable with a woman.
I think I would be.
Absolutely, because we genuinely care.
Yeah. and you do it.
Especially when the client has 15 pair of black slacks.
Right.
That she only needs maybe 3, and she needs to downsize.
That's right.
And they are comfortable. I mean, I even had a client try on her clothes with me and made me say, okay, they fit or they don't fit.
Right. Okay,
and,
so that's good. You're not going to get a man to stand in your bedroom with you and do that.
Nope.
In your master bedroom. That's not going to happen. So that's, you have lots of underwear, more than you need. And you're going through your underwear drawer, and you've only got one, you're not taking all the pieces of furniture into the new place that you've got in your bedroom. So you can really help them make those decisions.
Absolutely.
So you help them pick out pieces of furniture even that are going to be serviceable.
Yes.
It's much better you pay attention to how many drawers a piece of furniture has in it, because that's better storage than to just take some table as a nightstand, which might have been what they had in their old bedroom. But, you help them make those decisions.
Right.
And that goes for the basement and the garage and the men's tools and everything, right? I mean, we go out and pack all that stuff. We have men to help pack up those tools.
Yes.
And a lot of those things, where do they go? Because you don't take those to a retirement community.
They come to the auction.
Right.
And a lot of men have trouble getting rid of their tools, and, the women with their garden items and stuff. And, we try to encourage them to know that they are blessing somebody else.
That's a great way to put it.
When we take these items back, there may be some young couple that's just getting started in a house that need, their rake. To take care of leaves or some pots that they can't take with them. Or
that John Deere riding mower.
Yes.
They can't take that. Almost nobody takes those. And
right.
And we find good homes for those things.
Absolutely.
And then it helps offset the cost of the move. Tell me something else, though, about what makes it special. You all have some great stories. What, fill me in on a couple of incidents. Give me an incident report on some of the things that hang out in your mind in particular.
Well, we had a customer not long after I began that it was about a 5-day job from start to begin to end, cleaning their house at the end. But the clients had some health issues and they were moving into a facility. And the day that we were actually moving them into the facility, the clients were exhausted. And so we sent them to go take a nap. They were comfortable with going and taking a nap, letting us finish their house. And so when it was time to move, we could not wake the clients. And, they were deep in their sleep. So we went ahead and left, went to the facility, got over there, and set their whole apartment up.
Yep, amazing.
And they came over an hour after it was set up and just loved it. And
so in that case, all you have to do is give them a walkthrough and show them where you put the canned food, where they put the plates and the drinking glasses, and
even the right side of the bed for their CPAP machine.
Oh, yeah. See? so you pay attention to that.
Yes,
all of those details.
Yes.
We really try and recreate the same environment, simulate it as close to the one they just left as possible.
Especially if one or the clients have Alzheimer's or dementia, having something familiar and things in the same spot as what they came from really helps. So we hear that from children, the people's children that appreciate the detail that we've shown, and to make things familiar and more comfortable for their parents.
Well, you've even done laundry. I mean, you've done laundry. You've done laundry after they've left and brought them clean, folded up laundry to their new place, correct?
We put clean sheets on. We couldn't even think of making their beds sometimes, the way the sheets look.
Oh, wow.
We'll wash them, put them on, do their laundry, whatever we need to do.
Yeah, that's great. You've cooked food, don't you? Haven't you done that?
We take breakfast sometimes, coffee,
yeah.
biscuits.
We have cooked, we have made sandwiches, we have walked their dogs, even cleaned up after the dogs.
Yeah.
There's, to be honest, I don't think there is a thing that we have not done or volunteered to do for the client.
I know that we go shopping for them. Yes. I know sometimes we'll get, whether it's a new dish strainer, we've gotten mats that go under the rugs, non-skid, so that their rugs, which, on a hardwood floor where they might be going, won't roll up or bunch up or whatever it is that we do.
Or if the family is out of town, we've gone and bought personal items for the parent that's in assisted living or something. We go over and beyond.
Yeah. I know that we show up and all of a sudden they've lost the remote or there are no batteries. We'll put batteries in remotes. We've gone and bought universal remotes when they can't find the remote that they, should have.
I did a job not last year that the family was in Florida and the gentleman was in rehab up here, and the family couldn't get here.
Wow.
And she was like, we don't know what to do. He needs to have his laundry washed, his clothes, his bedding, his dishes washed, everything's new. We need his room set up, and that's what we did. We went in, was there in the facility, washed all his dishes, tagged all his clothes, washed all his clothes, his bedding, moved his furniture, set his place up for him, and he walked in and was just in tears.
Yeah, that's one.
And the family was just delighted because, and we kept in touch. We sent pictures and was just in awe over what Crown and Touch did for their family member.
Well, and there's I don't know of another moving company, certainly in this Roanoke region, that does what we do. I don't even know about that because I know nationally moving companies are actually forbidden from doing some of these things.
I couldn't imagine.
Because they feel that they're liable or whatever it is. They think that there's some liability. But, we're a Christian-based company. You don't have to be a Christian to work here, but I truly believe that God has inspired, the initiation of all of our efforts and certainly works in the hearts of so many of the people that are here.
Can I share a little story?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We did a job recently. We were with the daughter and granddaughter, and they bought us lunch and asked if they could pray. And absolutely.
Yeah.
So they prayed, and we got to talking, and I was talking about praise and worship music, and she says, "Oh my gosh, I've got a song for you," and played it, and we both cried, and we're holding hands and prayed together. We were in the basement, and just the joy of being able to share a little bit of my testimony with her, and just holding hands and crying.
I know.
And it was just, and now that song has just become a
well, I've
highlight.
I've actually had the joy of praying myself with clients, and being so grateful that I didn't have to worry about my job or reporting to somebody else, that we're free to do that. First of all, the fact that we live in America is, I feel blessed about that all the time.
Absolutely.
But the fact that we can function as God wants us to function is a big deal. But every situation hasn't been all, roses.
No.
For you all. And so there have been lots of situations. Tell me about this. And we go into a lot of homes, right? We pack, you all as a team, pack, unpack, go back in and clean. And we frequently go into houses where all of the utilities are turned off. So tell me what happened with one job.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Oh boy. Okay. So I'll tell a little bit, and I'm gonna turn it away. So we were in a facility doing packing. The family was out of town. Got there at the house and realized that there were no bathrooms. We could not use the bathrooms. The water lines had broke.
Oh, wow.
And they had to shut the water off. Well,
nature calls.
Nature calls, and we are out in the middle of nowhere, but houses on each side of us. So thank God for small bushes. We did what we had to do the first time. And then nature called again, and we were desperate for a bathroom, and I'm going to turn it over to Pam.
A bucket.
You did what, Pam? What?
Thank the Lord for a bucket.
An empty bucket, right?
Yes, and never say never.
Say you never have used a bucket before, because that was my first time ever having to use a bucket to poop in. And then we didn't know. Then we didn't know what to do with it afterwards.
So leave no trace.
Well, the ground wasn't frozen, was it? So you were able to, dispose of that. Well, that's when it gets R-rated. So now we're going into the R-rated zone.
Yeah.
But it's just a testimony to the fact that how flexible you are, and you're ready to take on, any situation.
Sure. Absolutely. There's nothing we have not done or seen on jobs.
Yeah.
To be honest, we have seen a lot, and some
the good,
things,
the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And some contents we wish we hadn't seen.
Yeah,
but
I know it was.
We roll with it, and don't cause embarrassment. And
I remember there was a woman that we had a sort of a ghastly episode too. There was a woman that we moved who was incontinent. Mm-hmm. And she had a urine-soaked mattress, and we were going to throw it away. But she was mentally unstable, and she insisted that we bring that mattress. And we didn't even want to put it on the truck. And we didn't put it on the truck. And one of my employees volunteered to carry that mattress in her car. Mm. And when I say it was urine-soaked, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was just a terrible thing. And so, but we did that. She rolled the windows down, and these are the types of people that we hire, people that are just ready to get the job done. And then we knew that we could trade out the mattress the next day by going to purchase a mattress and trade it out when she wasn't in the room. But on that particular day, we had to take that mattress. We didn't have another mattress. It was too late to get another mattress, and she needed that mattress. So that was, and it was foam mattress rolled up, all that stuff. But I'm
Right.
just saying, there's nothing that we won't do. There was another time we went into, you're talking about houses with the electricity turned off. Were you along, Pam? No, I think it was too long ago. But we had a freezer. It was full of meat, and the electricity had been turned off for a long time, and we had to empty that freezer.
Yes, we come across those.
Okay, well that took. I mean, the masks didn't do it, but we did. And we just lean into it. So sometimes there are ghastly chores associated with moving that even the family can't bring themselves to deal with. And so it's a good thing that they hired Crowning Touch because other movers wouldn't do it. You've got something to say, Pam.
I do. Talking about mattresses, let's talk about a waterbed
What
that
happened?
they were bringing to Friendship Manor on like the 4th floor.
Oh, that's right.
And they had moved from out of state. And we told them, you can't have a water mattress.
Yeah.
And then we came back here to Crowning Touch and improvised and brought back a queen mattress until they could order a new bed.
Well, wasn't that neat? So we happen to have one in the
Yes,
actually shop
absolutely.
that we could donate to the occasion. And that happens a lot. We try and help people with their floor plans. And actually, sometimes they just don't have the small table. They've given away their big dining room table, and they just don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're on the job and realize that they thought they could eat off of TV trays.
Right.
And then we decided that really wasn't suitable. They're not stable enough. And, almost 90% of our work, 95% of our clients are seniors, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so you're on the lookout and know that TV trays next to their chairs is not.
Right.
And then you call Holly at the auction house and say, what have you got? Or you call Savannah.
Yes.
Help us find a table. And then we bring it and deliver it to them.
That's right.
Because we're looking out for them. We love these people.
And their children or family members that can't be there
Yeah.
are entrusting this company with the care of their
I know.
family member.
It's a big deal.
And there's just nothing that we won't do. And even if it means, yes, looking out for a small dresser or a small lamp because they can't take this huge one, it's about them.
That's correct.
This is probably the most rewarding job that I've
Absolutely.
had.
Well,
we sort through their life.
that's
We
correct.
sort through 40, 50 years, and everything has a story. And they're so pleased to share that story with you. And we make that disconnection easier for them to let those items go. And we truly do care about those stories. But I feel very blessed. I love my job.
I know. It's a great opportunity. You wake up in the morning and you know that by the time you put your head on your pillow at night, you will have made a difference in somebody's life.
Absolutely.
And in the lives of the people that are watching them. We even help transport people. How many times have we picked up people and put them in our cars?
Yes.
Because they don't drive anymore. The facility that they're leaving isn't going to transport them to another place. Mm-hmm. And they can't get in the moving truck. So we drive our own cars. We have some company SUVs and stuff, but we help them with their wheelchairs and their walkers. We actually find them walkers.
Yes.
That's another thing that we do. We have a lot of walkers and health aides that come through our auction house, and we're constantly picking up something and bringing, whether we donate it or not, whatever the case may be.
Can I tell a quick little
please.
story?
Oh, we've got time. We've got time.
About 4 years ago, we had moved a gentleman from his home, which was too big for him. He was by himself, into a patio home.
Uh-huh.
And then recently we got a phone call that he needed to be moved into a living facility. So we moved him from his patio into a facility, and he realized that he didn't like the floor he was on. It was too cold. So the facility would have moved this gentleman
For free.
because
they offer in-house moves at all of these facilities.
Yes. And he was not about that. He wanted his Crowning Touch women and his Crowning Touch men to move him to the next floor,
Right.
where he was more comfortable. So he called and we were on our way over and was taking care of him. And then a week later, he said, yeah, I'm not happy with this room either. Doesn't have my kitchen. Okay, what do you need, Tom? You going to let them move you? No, I want my girls back over here to take care of me. And because he knew this, we moved him 5 times.
Wow. So
because he knew
the kind of care he would get.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we got one of the best reviews ever from his granddaughter, and cried with them and held their hands, and they knew she was out of state and knew that Pam and I were going to give her grandfather the best care.
Yeah.
Because you want to treat them like they're your family.
That's right.
How you want your family treated.
Somebody took a picture. Don't we have a picture of Tom hanging up on our wall?
Yes.
We do.
So that's who you're talking about.
Yes.
Well, I never had the chance to meet him because I don't go out on the moves and packs like I used to.
And we still go have lunch with him every
Yes.
now and then, and it's like a family reunion when we show up anywhere. Everyone wants to talk to Pam and Selena.
Oh, I know. It makes you feel good.
But it is. It's beautiful.
I know. Well, that's a very, very special thing. But that's precious. And anytime somebody is willing to pay out of pocket
Yes.
for something that would be provided for free,
Yes.
that says it all.
And, he really wanted his women. And he knows that we could probably have even moved the furniture ourselves, but he wanted the guys that he knew were on the spot and cared about his stuff.
Well, it's one of the joys of going into these retirement communities because we've moved so many people in there that people come up and say hi,
Yes.
and then you find out how they're doing, and it's a very warm feeling.
And especially when they see our uniform, they're like, oh my gosh, you moved us 10 years ago. I'm sorry I wasn't on your job, but, was everything good?
Yeah.
So, they were happy.
And that is terrific.
Yeah.
There's one other thing. Well, we talked about their pets, and we talked about we found homes for plants. Don't we? You walk into houses all the time. That Pam, tell me about just quickly about the fact that people have oversized plants. What the heck do we do with them for them?
Well, I hate to see anything left behind, so I have a green thumb, and I try bringing them home, and I send Selena pictures of how I brought them around.
Yeah, and
she forwards the pictures to the customer.
Wow! So you've been doing.
And I have a name for each plant.
That is so special. Mm-hmm. That is so special. Well, listen, I really appreciate you ladies being here, and we'll join up again with another episode of Crowning Touch. God bless you both. Bye-bye. You've been listening to Let's Talk About, courtesy of Crowning Touch Senior Moving Services of Roanoke, Virginia, the only moving company with a consignment shop, auction house, and real estate division. We are a one-stop shop for any senior making a move. Check out our website at crowningtouchusa.com. Or if you are planning a move, call Anna at 540-982-5800 to arrange a free estimate. And don't forget to check out our monthly browse and bid auctions at 6712 Williamson Road in Roanoke, where you can bid online on over 1,800 items each month. Meanwhile, let's get back together next Friday at noon for more of Let's Talk About on Fox 910 and 104.3.